Good morning, MolyFitters, and welcome to week 16, Reach Further. Now, last week we asked you to be mindful about the way you were standing up from the sitting down position. And the reason for that was to just turn an everyday action into an exercise itself. And what we got you doing was sitting down, feet hip distance apart, heels just slightly underneath the knees with your core on. Then I asked you to open your chest, and as you stood up, stand, but try to avoid the knees knocking in. So you keep everything lined up, stand using your core into an upright position. So that was last week's exercise, so hopefully that all went well. And today what we're going to do, we're going to actually turn that exercise into a strengthening exercise with what's called the squat and reach. Now, we're just doing one exercise this week, and it's a great exercise. It will really put strength in your buttocks and thighs, and it makes standing a lot easier, but it makes you much more sturdier on your feet when you're standing. Now, before we begin, two things to look out for is the chair. Make sure the chair you're using isn't going to go anywhere when you use it. So prop it up against a wall or against something solid. And also, you want to make sure the height of the chair, I keep going on about this, but it's important because we want to make sure the height of the chair is correct. If your bottom is lower than your knees and you're sitting doing this, it will put pressure on your lower back, and you will just use your lower back without realizing. So if the chair you're using is a bit low, put a cushion or a pillow underneath you just to raise you up a bit. And also you can use the bed. Beds are always a little bit higher than chairs, so use the bed to do this exercise by sitting on the end of it. Now, the other thing to think about, if you do suffer from hypertension or low blood pressure, just be mindful when you're doing this exercise. Okay, so if you're standing up and down and you're going a bit dizzy, just watch out. So what we're going to do, let's get you started. We're going to stand. So I nearly did it myself there. It's such a dirty habit we get. We put our hands on our knees and stand like that, and then all of our body weight's in our knees and our back. You really have to think about this one because, again, the body loves bad habits, and the easiest way to stand up is to do that. So, stand. First things first, stand close to the chair, but not close enough that your calves are touching the chair. Feet hip distance apart. Now soften your knees and just put your body weight in your thighs. Then I want you to bring your hands to your chest by bending the elbows and taking a breath. Right. As we breathe out, we're going to do this exercise. So as we breathe out, we're going to sit down, pushing our arms out, taking our bum to the chair, touch it but don't transfer weight, and stand up. Okay, so you're not actually sitting down on this one and putting your body weight on the chair. As soon as you can feel your bottom hit the chair, you're coming back up again. Okay, so let's try that. And we're going to do 5. Breathe in on the force. So, breathe out on the force, sorry, and then come back up. 1, 2, 3, good, 4, and 5, perfect. Now, this exercise is a great exercise if you do it correctly, okay? But it's a really difficult exercise, which is why we're only doing just this one exercise this week. Because I really want you to focus and I really want you to get it correct. So when you're doing it, there's loads to think about. What are your knees doing? Are you using your back? Is your core on? Is your chest open? Is your head up? Are you breathing? So they're all the things. Gemma looks like she's just writing scribbles on the board for me and I cannot read. What is that? So I've got to say, hello to Misfit Theatre, hello to Marilyn, hello to the Azalea Room. Once again, thank you for watching. And then there's this scriggle, and I can't read your writing.
So Misfit Theatre says the she's loving the new trainers.
So Misfit Theatre is loving the new trainers, but it just looks like some Jackson Pollock painting.
Even I can't read it.
No. Anyway, sorry about that. So what we're going to do, let's try that again and really be mindful. So let's stand up, feet hip distance apart, really feel your thighs and bottom and core doing the work. And as you push out, the reason I ask you to push your hands out as we go down is that naturally activates the core. So let's do this. Big breath in, and remember on the force, breathe out. So 1, touch and then gently come up. And again, 2. So we want to do this nice and slowly. We don't want to go up and down really quickly and make ourselves dizzy. 3, good. 4, and one more time. Big push. And 5, good. And if you want to add some strength, hold it for a few seconds before you come up. Now with this exercise, you don't want to feel it in your knees and you don't want to feel it in your back. If that is happening, then you need to adjust the technique and just maybe do it a couple of times until you're happy and confident and you can move on to doing 5 times. Where you do want to feel it are the thighs, the buttocks, the core. Obviously you're pushing out so you'll feel it in your arms and your shoulders as well, but not here and certainly not here. So that's the exercise I want you to get on with this week. So we're going to do 5 squat and reaches. Once a day is perfect, but I want you to do as much exercise as possible. So if you can get it into your day 3 or 4 times, then brilliant. So I'll leave you with that, and I look forward to seeing you the same time on Thursday. Until then, stay well and stay MolyFit.